So it will take a parameter as a string, nice, called account ID. Now I need to return something. I will make it return false, because the worst scenario is that, or the best scenario for us is that that account is not found. So if it's not found, okay, so we can create account with that unique one. So it's unique, or it's not exist in our database. So now uh, we need a loop for searching. So I will use the same thing. Okay, you can see here how it's easy to working with vector more than array. So it's a good opportunity for you to start see how we can um, working with that one. So now, if a dot equal the same thing, okay, so it's what it's found. So what I will return to. Nice. So if it's found, I will return a true. So now everything is ready for us. We create that helping function and we make it as a private for more security reasons. Okay, for that one. So I need now to utilize that function. So how will do that? I will remove that stub commit, because I want to know what is the last line of code that I wrote, because I have a problem or temporary problem, so I move to finish that problem or sub problem, and I need now to go back because I don't finish my task, so I don't need to lose focusing on that one. So I put that commit to ask. So I will say this because it's a private, so I can't say object dot is found, okay, because it's a private. So I can't say what this dot is, because okay, I am inside what inside object itself, which is the manager now. Okay, so now I will ask what if this is found. Okay, so if it's found, so it's already in our in our database, so you can't use it. So it's an error here. In this case, I will say sorry and error. Okay. So now maybe you will ask why I don't say sorry, you can't use that, because it's what it's already exists. It's sometimes I prefer to use that kind of message because it's a kind of security. Now, if someone try to hacking a system or try to see if that account is already in your system, he will try to create an account. Now, if he try to create an account and he entered that email, let's say for example, and you say inside email, sorry, that email is already found. So now that bad guy, he know that your account is already registered on this system. So I try to make it like ambiguity. So okay, sorry, an error. Okay, what's the error? Now the user confusing. So I don't care. Okay, so because that's my high priority is to saving my system as much as I can, because managing accounts is something related to the security. So security here is more important uh, than anything else. So it's high. So now you can see. So I say sorry, an error. Try again. So now here I enforce that function to return. So okay. So if there is a problem now, if that account is found, so I will do return. I don't want user to continue this step in this line on line 19. Okay. So now if everything is normal, okay, and that one account is not found in our list, so we can create that one. So I will print an info message. I will say what user ID is what is valid. So okay, user ID is valid, so you can now continuing doing what you want to do. So I will use do while because now I want to enforce a user to entering a password. I don't want him, just to leave that password uh, empty. So I will do what do while. Do while is the best strategy here in our case. So let's keep condition for now, okay? Because we need to that one. So I will say inside do while enter the password. So now here what I will enter the password. Now the question here or the condition, I try to make that password size, okay, is greater than or equal 0. Okay, now here if you want to manage, if you want to make a validation for password length, okay, let's say because I forget the spelling. So okay, let's say the password length. For example, you want a user entering a password with length at least six characters. Okay, so you can make here what less than or equal what 5. Okay, you can do that if you like. But for me now, I just don't care. I don't. I at least if he enter one character, it's okay for me. Okay, it's okay. But this is a hint for you if you want to make more validations in your mind. Now, okay. Now I enter that one as a password. Nice. So I already have that password. So, but now I need a double check because if you're remembering now, when you try to create an account, you just don't enter the password. You need to re-entering the password again to be sure that you're memorizing your password. So I will make what see out what re-enter password. Is that okay? So I will what cn what re-entering the password. Now it's simple condition. I will say if password is equal what re-password. So okay. Else no, there is a problem. There is mismatching. So I will print what an error message. I will say sorry, the password does not what match it. Okay, so here is an error. Oh, I forget that. Don't be angry. Tell that to your compiler. Okay, so now I actually be sure inside that if statement I am sure for two things. The first thing, account ID is unique. The second thing, the user entering the password, and the third thing is what is that password re-entering again, successfully or it's matched. So that user is memorizing what he write as a password. So now I need what I need off stream. Okay, I will call it my file because I want to create that file. And now the file, as I said, it will hold something or it will hold the count ID, but also don't forget to add the extension. So it's a count ID that user entering .txt. Now we need to write the password inside inside your file, inside that created file. So I will say what password. Good. And now don't forget to to close. So after I close that one, I need what now? I need to create an account. Okay, so I will say account start account new, because it's a dynamic so I will say .txt. So this is the file name, and now what? The password. Okay, now what I need to do is to push that account inside our list, because it's a new account. I need to update it. So I will do push back account nicely. And final thing, I want number of account to be updated, because I did that process. So I add so I will say what size. Now everything is good. What I need to do also, I want to print a message for user, because here I print okay, there is a problem, but here also it's successfully. So why I have or I need to show that to the user, okay, because okay, he entering now, he finished everything. Okay, what's happening now? He need to know that his account is what is created. Nice. This is the add function, if you can see. So this is the code, and here we use what is found as a function. Let me build to check everything is working well. Voila, I don't have any problem. Nice. I just have two warnings, and let's ignore that one. It's crazy. So let's move to the second function, okay, which is also function that we need to implement inside our manager. So that function is what is remove. So first thing, I will print a message for a user, tell him that what let me copy paste to save the same format. I need to think. Okay, so I say what delete. So now the user know he's inside delete processing. He don't get lost. Okay, so I will ask a user to enter what? To enter that account. Okay, so I will do the same process until here. So I will try to search if it's found. Okay, and here no, the problem is not found. You can see we need to the opposite. If it's found, if it's found, so then we can delete the file. If you remember, the procedure here is like that. So after we matching the password, we need to delete. So imagine if we try to delete something, it does not exist. So actually here what we need to do, and don't forget here, because the user will not re-entering the extension of file. So I need to add that one to the variable account ID. So If it's not found, nice, then there is a problem if it's not found. So I will put what? Not. Okay, I will take opposite condition here in this case. So now, if that found account, so probably we have what? We have a file for that one. So how we can get that? So we need to start what? Searching inside our list, because we already saved that inside our list. So now I need a position. That position is less than this dot accounts, and here we will use what? Function size, and I will increment a position variable. Nice. Okay, so I will searching for that file or for that account. Now, simple thing. And here vector is same thing, like it contains an operation, index operation. So we can use index operation as normal, as we used what? As we use the array. So here, because it's a pointer, I need to use arrow operation, not dot. Okay, not dot. Dot is for object, but because here we store as an array, so we need to use that one. So I will say what? The get ID equal what? Account ID. Now I found an account inside our list. Now I said before that the process here is like I will not allow anyone to delete a file or to delete account until he enter a valid password. So here we need to check what now? The password. So I will ask for a password of this account. Okay, I will make it inside what? Something like that. Pretty. I'll make space here, and I say account ID. Let me organize my code to be more clear. And here I will make space. I will close that one to delete. Nice. So now I ask a user to entering a password. Okay, so I need to check if the password is matching. So I will say that password is equal what? Is equal, but here I will copy paste that one. I don't need account ID, I need the password. So I will get the password. So, okay, if that, okay, if the password is matched, then what? Then we need to delete that file. But if it's not matched, I will handling that error by cout error message. Nice. Here I need to delete the file. Okay. I need to delete a file. So how we do that? If you can see now, we create a file, we write inside it, we read from it, but we also need to learn how to remove that file, how we delete it from hard disk. So in this one, I will use something called a function called remove. But as you can see, that remove function here, it will return an integer. So if it returns 0, that's meaning is successfully. That delete operation is successfully done. If it's returned -1 or -1, that means there is a failure on this process. So it cannot delete a file for several reasons. We don't know why, but the main idea is it cannot return. Now let's see the parameter. Parameter here we have a problem. If you can see the file name, because I want to pass a file name for that function, I need to pass a const character start. So it's a constant array of character. It's not string. So here there is a problem, you see. So always try to read the description of function before you use it. If you don't know, you can go back to the Google and you can Google it. Okay, so here, for example, I can't say account ID like that directly. Okay, because there is a problem now. You see, we get an error, no match. You see, no match function. So because as you learned on functions, you need something called what overload function. So we need here overload function, but because this is a built-in function, okay, related to the fstream files, so we can change that one. Okay, so we need to move on. So let me solve that problem now. So it needs something const car, as we saw in description. Okay, I will call that variable file name. Okay, so how I convert that string, let me move here. I will copy that one here. Okay, so I solved the problem here. So now I need to convert that one. Here I have what? I have already function called what? So you see, so that function c underscore str, it's meaning character from string. So it will return a const and the value of that one. So let me use that one. Nice. So now what I make my function, or I make my code working without any bugs. So let me of course, you see here I can't use word delete, so I will say delete flag. Nice. So I want to check if that delete operation is done or not. So as I told you that that delete flag should be equal 0. Okay, so if it's equal 0, that's meaning we successfully remove a function. So okay, so I am sure here it's delete. If it's not equal 0, so there is something wrong. There is something wrong happened during that process. So I will print what? I will print a message to the user to show them that what? I couldn't delete the file. Okay. So okay. So here, if that file is deleted, okay, now I need to remove it from my list, which is accounts here. So how I remove it? I will